Hi, welcome to this part of my review featuring Nightfell, the core book. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review, featuring this setting for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, where the sun has been murdered and the world has been plunged into darkness, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to continue with the archetypes. We start with the rogue archetype of Night Agent. These wanderers of the night dedicate themselves to Mirithlen and take advantage of the silvery power she bestows on mortals, drawing new abilities from her and relying on the eternal succession of lunar cycles as if it were the wheel of their own destiny. Let's talk about some of their features. You have Embrace of the Moon. You gain benefits related to the current lunar phase. For example, if the moon is full, the moon shines light upon the mind. You have advantage on perception, investigation, and insight checks. And if the moon is descending, the moon preserves life. Your speed increases by 10 feet, and you get a bonus to all saving throws. There is also Death to Darkness. When you use a sneak attack on an undead, aberration, or fiend, any sneak attack damage dice that have resulted in a 2 or less will be counted as if it had resulted in a 3. There is also Sharp Moon. As long as you stay under the moonlight, you never have disadvantage on attack rolls against aberrations, fiends, or undead. If you have disadvantage on attack rolls against aberrations, fiends, or undead for any reason, you automatically have advantage, so they cancel each other. Then we have the Sorcerer origin of Legacy of the World Below. Sorcerers who manifest the Legacy of the World Below learn to unleash the pure and chaotic magic of the bones of the world. Yurmen's flaming core, enclosed between countless layers of rock as if in a casket, is the very heart of the primes and one of the few remaining sources of life. These sorcerers can draw on it to unleash extremely destructive elemental spells. You have features such as Blood of the Earth. Your armor class is equal to 12 plus your dexterity modifier as long as you remain unarmored. Also, when casting a spell, you gain temporary hit points equal to the level of the spell cast. These temporary hit points double if you are underground or in a natural cave or chasm. You also have Echo of the Tunnels. You have advantage in hearing based wisdom perception checks, and as long as you are underground or in a natural cave or chasm, the skill bonus in these trials is doubled. In addition, you automatically learn the message cantrip. Then we have Heart of Stone. You are proficient in wisdom saving throws and gain immunity to the frightened and charmed conditions as long as you have at least one sorcery point. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to talk about 3 Warlock Patrons and the School of the Moon. This is an arcane tradition for the wizard. I like how the Night Agent archetype works as a sort of assassin that targets the horrifying, the dreadful, the macabre. So this is perfect to fight fiends, aberrations, undead. But you must be mindful of the phases of the moon. Your powers rely on them. Now, when it comes to the Legacy of the World Below, this Sorcerer archetype is quite defensive in my opinion. You have some bonuses to armor class, hit points, a way to rescue yourself from dying. You have this sort of like a refuge underground. You are pretty much teleported to a safe base. So if you wanted to play a sort of like a tanky sorcerer, this is the archetype for you. You still have some damaging effects and spells, but you have so many defensive advantages as well. Thank you for watching this part of the review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.